Hello, guys, and welcome back to stinkbaitTV. Episode 8, I got my good friend Brandon Garcia on. What's going on, brother?
Not much, dude. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thank you for coming on again. My first topic of the day really is really just we can just go back into what we were just talking about, really. How hard this shit actually is.
Yeah.
Working around everybody's schedule and trying to work around my schedule as well, because I have a full-time job, you know,
hmm
corporate America. I do work from home, so it does make it a lot easier. So I don't have much of an excuse. But yeah, shit is hard, but it is really fun. I got a little humbled, but that's all.
Yeah. I completely understand. Working a full time job, especially in corporate America, you really are tied down 8 o'clock to 5. So makes doing really anything outside of 8 to 5 kind of hard to schedule because everybody's so busy. So I feel you, dude, for sure.
Yeah. What's your day to day like? Because I know that you're in the shit too. I mean, of course, no names or anything like that. But like, what do you do exactly?
All right. So I work for Cessna right now, up in Wichita, Kansas. I'm technically an IT security analyst. So what I do is I analyze our applications that we use for our business functions. So like our shop floor applications and like our applications basically that make our business functions run. I go and I analyze them, basically where we're not compliant or using like secure security controls, like for making sure our data is kind of like locked down, things like that. I manage those, and I like go and get our apps reconfigured and things like that. So yeah, that's kind of like a breakdown of what I do, like high level, I guess.
Yeah, that's pretty damn high level. To be honest with you, I had no idea what you were talking about for more than half of that. But congratulations, that's pretty damn impressive.
Thanks,
Um,
dude.
I got IT out of that. You're an IT guy,
Yeah,
right?
basically.
Right? Okay. Yeah, I again, like I said, I work from home, so I just make cold calls and shit. Um, Try to sell to people over the phone, and that's a pretty hard job. It's not that hard, honestly. I mean, it's not that bad since I'm at home and everything. I can get through it. I can
hmm
get through the bullshit pretty quickly, and I can kind of chill, play the game on my lunch break, and then just get right back to it.
Yeah.
Um, so it's not too bad. But
hmm
then I'm diving into this as well. So as soon as I get off from that, I go into this, and yeah, man, working around everybody's schedule and then trying to just work through life and everything on top of just, this full time job. It's been a pain in the ass lately, but getting through it and I'm
Yeah.
grateful for it and it's fun. So that's the only thing that matters, right? So
Right.
just gotta keep going. Just gotta keep going. Anyways, Paul George said he is taking a step away from podcasting to focus on a championship with the 76ers. What do you think about that, man?
Is he with the 76ers now? I thought he was with the Clippers still.
That's what I saw. I saw a picture of him with the 76ers. I hope
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not
he got
wrong.
traded. No, yeah, you're right. You're right. He got traded. My bad. That's my bad. Yeah. Uh, I I mean, to be honest with you, Joel. I don't know, but I love Paul George, especially when he was young. Dude was a dog. I mean, he can straight up
Yeah,
ball.
dude, him at Indiana, he was unbelievable. I mean, he was like taking it to LeBron and everything.
I
After
thought he
that,
was gonna be the next LeBron, bro. He was
right?
crazy.
He's got the build for it. He's got the game for it. What went wrong for him though?
Injuries, dude. He got
Injuries just
hurt.
plagued him.
Yeah, he got hurt way too much. He's kind of like a D Rose type of player, if you ask me. Um, I don't know if I
Really?
would put. I don't know if I'd put him on like that caliber yet of D Rose. D Rose is
I
the
mean, he
only.
is good. He was like really good. I
I
mean,
think
how long was D Rose's run compared to
like
Paul George?
2 years, I think, and
But he was really good though. I mean, he was like
yeah,
jumping out of the gym, bro. He was really fun to watch back then.
I'm
That's the
pretty
type of
sure.
basketball that I like, really.
Yeah,
That
I'm.
era of basketball, that was my probably my favorite. I did like the 3-point game, which that seems to be what the NBA is now.
Mm.
I did like it whenever I was playing, but I don't know. Now watching it, some of these games, like these guys are missing like three after three after three. Like, I mean, especially if you go down to like the high school level or something like that, that
Mm.
game is going to be insufferable to go through. It was just like
Yeah.
a regular team. I mean, hey, I actually heard Bells was doing pretty good in basketball. I don't know if you've heard of anything like this. I've been just I see it on Facebook or whatever. I'm an old guy now, so it's how I get
All
my
right, with
news and
those.
shit. But I mean, they seem to be doing good. Congrats to them. They finally got it figured out. I don't
Yeah,
think
they
Bells.
go
Sorry,
ahead.
go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I so they figured out that football how to win in the playoffs after we graduated. Uh, First year I graduated high school, right out of high school, the team that we played with, that was I would say they we my senior year we played with Coach Ponder. We threw the rock a lot. We didn't have much success at all whenever I was in high school football playing on varsity in the playoffs for sure. Um, and
Playoffs was
then
rough.
yeah, and then
We weren't that at like we had to get into the playoffs first. Got to get
yeah.
used to it, and then try to make your run at the dance. But I mean, yeah, it did not go good for us past the first round at least.
Yeah. And then,
I think we got
Dale West comes in and
smacked.
he's taking basically a team of sophomores and a couple of seniors to the three rounds deep. So, I mean, and,
He seems pretty interesting. I've never met him or anything, but it seems like an interesting guy.
yeah, I haven't
Um,
met him either. But that's no shame on Coach Ponder or anybody. I mean, I
yeah,
I don't
I
have a
think
problem
that
with
they're. I don't know where they're at now. Get to some of these people as well.
it. Yeah.
Like actually do it in person. Because I feel like that is obviously the next step. But I got to get some mics. I got to like actually start, you know, putting money into this whole project. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I am the biggest cheapskate there is, bro.
I
I
feel
buy.
it.
I go to the thrift store. I go. I mean, I'm trying to think. I buy the cheapest option ever. Cheapest
Yeah.
option that there is. And if I have to buy something for myself, I'd rather just say fuck it and just not do it at all. I'd rather
Yeah.
just buy something for somebody else rather than feels like a waste of money whenever I'm spending money on myself. I guess I don't know. I'm weird
Yeah.
like that. I grew up poor, and that's really why. I think that's
Yeah.
it's like trauma or something like that. I guess I should go to therapy. I don't know. But yeah. Anyways, Paul George to back to Paul George. He is leaving pod or taking a break from podcasting to focus on a championship. Do you think that the 76ers are even in the running right now? Like,
Uh, I mean, do they have the team to do it when they're all healthy? Yeah. I mean, you got Paul George, James Harden. I don't know how great Joel Embiid is. He's huge and he can score. Um,
he is good. I mean, you got to give it to him. He is a good player, but he gets injured a lot. You
and
know,
he's a crybaby, bro.
especially like whenever it matters, he gets injured and he goes down, and it brings down a lot of the momentum that the team has built so far.
Yeah.
It's usually in key moments that he goes down too, and that's the bad thing. But I don't know. Let's see what they're at. I'm trying to get to their record right now, just so I can see exactly where they sit at. Oh, okay. They're 12th in the Eastern Conference. So what do you got to be in the playoffs? Do you know?
10, top 10.
Top
So,
10. So they're
yeah, so
two spots out of that.
yeah, so the way they do it now is if you're seated 7, 8, 9, or 10, 7 and 10 play, and the winner of that is automatically like, or so if the 7th seed wins, then they're automatically the 7th seed, like in the actual playoffs. They have like a play-in tournament basically. Um,
Yeah. Okay.
but
Gotcha.
if the 7th seed loses, then the the 7th seed plays like the winner of the lower game to see who wins out of that, and whoever wins out of that goes. And then so like if the 10th seed wins, then the 10th seed plays the loser of or the winner of that uh 8 and 9 game, and
Okay.
they play the winner of that game, and then the 10th seed will play them to see if they get to go to the playoffs or not. Basically,
Well, I'm looking at the Eastern Conference right now, and I see the Celtics at 2,
yep.
but I'm looking around. I'm trying to find a team that would actually that I believe would do good in the playoffs. I mean, I have
Yeah.
the Cavaliers, maybe. The Knicks haven't won shit since I've been alive. Have they ever won a championship?
If they did, it was years ago. They were even dog shit when they had Carmelo, dude. So
Yeah, that's true. They never actually got far and actually won. I think they got far. They didn't actually win though. I
yeah.
think I don't know. New York Knicks titles. Okay, they have one in 1973 or two. They have two NBA championships in 1970 and 1973.
Hmm.
And yeah, that's it in the 70s. That's a long time ago, bro. I
Yeah, the
mean, they're
Celtics.
kind of irrelevant to be honest with you. I mean, it's crazy that happens in New York. You know, like supposed to be like one of the hearts of basketball. You know,
Yeah.
and yeah, they can't win a title at all. It's kind of sad, but the amount
Yeah.
of money that goes through that place to not be able to produce a title in what the last 20 years, last 50 years.
Yeah, it's the last 40 years for sure, at least. I don't know
Yeah,
the date.
something like that. But that is, I think that's 50. I think that's a 50-year drought, bro. That's
When did you
bad.
say their last championship was? It's 2025 now, so.
It's 73. So yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
52 years.
52 years ago, the last time the Knicks won a championship. That is terrible. That is embarrassing, especially coming out of New York.
Yeah.
I actually have a family member now that I'm getting married that is a big NBA fan or a big Knicks fan from New York. I got to get him on, talk some shit with him or something. But Pacers right after that. Um, I don't see the Pacers actually making any noise, but maybe. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't really see it. Bucks at number 5. That's something to look out for right there.
Dame
Um,
and Giannis. Oh, good
yeah,
lord.
I mean, but do they actually do it? Did they actually get to that next level? Hit that gear in the playoffs? You know,
Yeah.
I'll believe it whenever I see it. Dame makes some incredible plays, like in the playoffs and everything. He's never had a team around him to be able to get to the actual championship, but he's a playmaker. So he's got
Yeah.
Giannis, or however you say his name. I think it's
Giannis.
Giannis.
Yeah.
Just Giannis. Okay, got it. He's a freak. So I mean, he's done it before too. He won a championship. So you
Hmm.
gotta watch out for them. Detroit Pistons at 6. I am surprised to see that.
Dude, Cade Cunningham is
Are
cold
they
as
actually?
shit.
Are they doing? I know he's good, but how is their team though? Like
Well, they got
who
a
who
couple
who
good
else they got?
players. Jaden
They're at number
Ivey is
6. So
Yeah, Jaden Ivey's another player that they have that's pretty good. I can't think. I think they got a pretty good center too, but I know those two players. They're like their top two. You know, they go out and ball every game.
oh, okay. I got their players right here. Cade Cunningham, Jalen Duran is
Yeah,
as their center.
Yeah.
And they got Malik Beasley. That's a good pickup. Tobias Harris. That's a good one. They got Dennis Schroeder. Jaden Ivey.
Yeah.
You say Jaden Ivey's good?
Yeah, Jaden Ivey's pretty good.
Let me check this guy out. 17 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 46% shooting. Not too good. He's not too bad though.
Yeah, I mean he's definitely one of their more solid pieces. I mean, you look at the NBA today, and there's a lot of no names. Like I feel like that's kind of the Pistons, but they're good. I mean,
Yeah, they're just young. That's the reason that they are no names because I don't know. If the younger they are, the less you're gonna know them. But they have Tim Hardaway Jr. I didn't know that. That's pretty
I,
interesting. I didn't know that he got traded from Dallas.
yeah, he's been gone. I think since last year before or last year after the finals. He came out and he shit a brick for the Mavericks. All
Oh
finals.
yeah, dude, he always sucked. Yeah, he was never able to. I mean, I had a lot of hope for him, but I mean, I guess it didn't pan out for him. Who won the Luka trade?
Uh,
They just played each other, right? And it looks like Luka just put it on them.
yeah.
But
So Luka had a triple double. The Lakers, I don't know how many solid pieces they really have outside of LeBron and Luka. I mean, they got Austin Reeves. He's good. You know, they they have some good players. Don't get me wrong. Who won the trade long term is hands down the Lakers. I mean, you give
you
up
think it's
some
hands
pick.
down the Lakers? Because I've heard
I
some
think
rumors. I have
well,
heard some rumors that I heard that Luca likes to hookah,
yep,
Luca the hookah, and I heard that he likes to drink some beer.
yeah.
Um, if that is the reason that the Mavericks got rid of him, dude, that Nico guy has got to lose his job, right? I mean, unless like the theory of them going to Vegas is actually true.
Yeah.
And in that case, then okay. I mean, I guess tank your entire franchise to be able to make that move. I mean, okay. But good luck getting fans after that, though. I mean, it
Yeah.
seems like all of the current Dallas Maverick fans are pissed off about this move. If they move to Vegas, is anybody like is any of their current fans gonna follow them all the way over there, or are they just gonna start fresh?
I mean, if I'm
What
gonna
do you
be
think?
honest, if I'm gonna be honest with you, I've always kind of liked the Mavs. I mean, they're not my number one team. The Grizzlies are.
I've
Uh,
always respected them though. They're fun to
yeah,
watch,
and they're
especially
just
Dirk back in the day. I mean,
yeah. Well, they're right down the road from kind of where we grew up at. So you always keep an eye on them. You want them to kind of do good, kind of thing. Unless you're an Eagles fan, you hate the Cowboys.
yeah, I
But
was keep an eye on Dallas. I mean, like try to keep my
but
eye off of them. Really,
I mean, they lost over like 2 million Instagram followers when that Luca trade
did
happened.
they? Did they
Yeah,
really?
yeah,
I didn't know about that, bro. I mean, I'm telling you, they're gonna lose fans.
yeah.
And if they move to Vegas, they're gonna lose all of their fans, bro. All of them. It's gonna be bad.
Well,
It's
yeah.
gonna be ugly. It's gonna be ugly.
Nobody from Texas is gonna go for a fucking Vegas team that used to be in Texas. I mean, yeah, is
No,
yeah,
no.
they're gonna go for the Spurs. Everybody's gonna become Spurs fan. Is what's really
Oh,
gonna
you
happen.
know what? Honestly, that would be a good move for everybody. Spurs or Houston.
Yeah,
Spurs are very. I've always liked the Spurs. I've always liked their uniforms. Really, I like the all black. I think it looks good. What do you think about it being in San Antonio, though? Have you ever been to San Antonio?
yeah. I've been down to San Antonio one time. It's. I mean, they got the nice river walk there. That's pretty cool. But I mean, other than that, it's just typical big city. I mean, it's not nearly as big as what Dallas is, but I mean,
I heard they got
I,
a lot of Mexican people there,
yep.
and I've heard about the Mexican females there. are a little on the chunky side. Is that true, Brandon?
Well, when I went, I think I was probably about 12 years old, so
Gotcha,
I don't think
So
I
probably.
remember all that clearly. So,
Well, we need to go. We need to go on a trip and see if it's true or not. Are the women a little bit chunkier? Um,
tortas
find
is what
out.
they call
Oh, tortas.
them.
That
Yeah.
it? Okay, got it. Got it. Tortas. That is funny as shit. All right. Well, San Antonio, we'll book that. I think actually we have quite a bit of. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell here in Oklahoma City. We have a
Yeah.
lot of Mexicans because, like, the only way that you can tell is if they start speaking.
Hmm.
Then, like, obviously it's gonna be Spanish. But there is also a lot of like Native Americans here as well,
Yeah.
and yeah, you just kind of gotta. You can't really tell the difference, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I bet you ICE is having a pretty difficult time here in Oklahoma City trying to decipher between these, you know, natives
Yeah.
and illegal immigrants. But yeah, I think I've actually heard a couple of things about ICE picking up Indians, which is kind of funny as fuck. I think that they like, I don't know exactly what it is. Let me look it up real quick. ICE taking, I'll say natives just to be nice.
Indians.
ICE, yeah, ICE taking Indians. There have been reports of immigration and customs enforcement agents harassing Native Americans, including questioning their citizenship and detaining them. Okay, so that's true. It's on the Navajo Nation. They've probably raided their reservation and everything. Just trying to take anybody and everybody. It's
I'm
kind
a
of funny, honestly.
I'm a 38th native. I promise I'm from America.
Yeah, I mean, like most of them though, like on the reservation, they don't really, they don't try to like comply with anything. Like they'll try to stay away from anything non-tribal. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like,
Hmm.
because the tribe has their own like police department and everything like that. Like every native is not necessarily protected by the tribe, but if you're on like if you get like pulled over or something like that on tribal land, I believe I could be wrong. If you get pulled over by a like just a regular cop and like on the tribal land, you can request a like tribal police officer to come and actually handle the situation instead of dealing like dealing with them. You know, it's kind of
Yeah.
crazy. It's like a
Yeah, it is.
it's like a different country in every reservation. Pretty interesting. I need to actually have a date a native member come on the show to so I can actually be backed up on some of these claims,
Yeah.
because I kind of feel like I have no idea what I'm talking about, but that's okay. It's okay. Let's keep going. All right, Miles Garrett.
Yeah.
Where's he going?
Man, I got a couple of ideas. I think the Bills are one of the teams that could possibly pick him up. You know, they kind of had a weak defense this year. I could see him going to the Bills and kind of fitting in there. Um, Another place, though, that might seem, maybe like a little bit of a cheap shot could possibly be the Commanders, dude. Think about
Man,
if he went to the
that
Commanders.
would be a really good place for him to go to. I mean, but I would hate that personally. Being a Eagles fan,
Yeah.
that makes them a pretty damn good, contender, especially having Dan Quinn at
Yep.
head coach. I mean, but that's the thing about Miles Garrett. No matter no matter where he ends up,
Mm-hmm.
that team is automatically going to be a threat. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
not anywhere, but I kind of have a feeling that he might have to stay in Cleveland
Mm-hmm.
because of like contract talks and stuff like that. I'm not exactly sure Um, but he is saying that he's not open to an extension with the Browns or anything. So
Yeah.
we can see, just kind of wait and see. But I don't, I don't know. I don't really see it working out. I don't see the Browns giving him up. Willingly at least. You
I
know.
Yeah, I think if they did, it would have to be for like a really good deal. I think that they would have whoever they're gonna trade him for. So, like, let's say he hypothetically does go to the Commanders, they're gonna have to give up their probably first 3 round picks, like right off jump, like right off the rip. There's
But what team can actually afford to do that? I feel like the Eagles are the only team that can actually afford to throw away a couple of picks and still be, you know, ready to make another run at the championship.
I
So
think
I don't see anybody else being able to do it.
I
What do you
think the
think?
Bills could realistically though, dude. Like, I mean,
No
I
way.
I'd
The
say
Bills, dude. The Bills are cursed. The Bills are cursed, bro.
dude, you get Von Miller, you get Miles Garrett. They already have that stud linebacker Matt Milano. I mean, don't get me wrong, their secondary could definitely use some help. I would definitely have to say Taylor Rapp and DeMar Hamlin. I wouldn't fucking start them over either of the Cowboys safeties, and I don't even know their fucking names. So,
Oh, holy shit, dude! Von Miller's only 35.
yeah.
I thought he was like 40 or something like that. To be honest with you, he
Hmm?
won those. He won those. He won that championship at Denver, pretty young, but he looked
Yeah.
old as shit. But hey,
He's
35 years
huge.
old. I don't know, man. Can I see him in the Bills actually putting it together and actually making it happen? Bro, they fall apart every time. It doesn't matter if it's in the AFC Championship or if it's in the fucking, Super Bowl, obviously. They
Yeah.
have a curse on their back.
I,
They cannot win. They cannot win it.
I,
It
I
does not
think
matter. They cannot win it. Now, one team, Cincinnati Bengals, what do you think?
Yeah, but they don't have salary cap for it, dude. They're trying to put T. Higgins on the salary or on the franchise tag again because they don't really have the salary cap for it, and they're trying to figure out how they can make an extension with their already good defensive end Hendrick or I think Hendrickson or something like that. I don't know. It's their DN that led the league in sacks this year. But they're trying to
Yeah,
figure out a
it's the white guy, right?
yeah,
So that's who we're talking about, right? Okay, got
yeah.
it. I'm pretty
They're
sure I
trying to figure,
know exactly who it is. He's pretty good,
and I don't know who
but
the Bills would give up or who the Bengals would give up, dude. I mean, who are you giving to Cleveland to get Miles Garrett?
oh
Their
fuck, let me
defense is
think.
already ass.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like the Bengals are kind of fucked. I don't know
Yeah,
exactly what they can do, but that really does suck for like Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, T Higgins, all of those guys. Like they're gonna break a lot of records because they're really good, but they're not gonna win. They had a chance. They got all the way to the top one time, but
yeah.
kind of fell flat after that.
It, it's hard though too, dude, because they haven't had the defense. Like you look at Pat and how he's been so successful. The only reason Pat Mahomes has been to as many Super Bowls as he has. Don't get me wrong, he's a great player. He just
He does
he
have a pretty
has.
deadly defense. Yeah, he's got an all around team,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what you need. Yeah, that's
And
definitely
a
true.
great coach, dude. I mean, great coach. But yeah,
Yeah, but when is Andy gonna hang it up?
apparently
He
he's
was.
got a couple more years in him, from what I'm hearing. But I don't
Is that
know.
what he said? Is that what you said? Or I mean, I haven't seen that. I just saw that I remember like two or 3 years ago he was talking about retiring, and he was like, "Oh, I got one more in me. I got one more in me." You know what I'm saying?
He might
So
retire after he wins his next Super Bowl. That's why
he
I
ain't
mean,
win. That's he ain't winning. He ain't winning this next year. A lot of y'all think that the Chiefs are
I
going
don't
to make
think
this
that they'll see
miraculous
next year.
comeback. It's not. No, I mean maybe like in the future, but no. The
I don't.
Eagles are really good, but my question is, I don't think the Chiefs make it
Yeah,
to the Super Bowl next year. So who is that team? It looks like the Bills are next in line.
I say Ravens, dude.
Oh
I
yeah, that's one team I haven't even thought of.
the Ravens are also potential front runners for signing Miles Garrett, dude. If they bring, yeah, that's what I researched a little bit. Looked at
Okay.
who was like really involved and who has the best odds to sign him. The top four teams: Bills, Eagles, 49ers, Ravens, Commanders.
I mean, yeah, I think the world wants to see the Ravens and the Eagles in the Super Bowl have Jalen Hurts versus Lamar. That's a great Super Bowl. That's a great Super Bowl to watch.
Yeah,
My eyes are glued to the screen if that's on.
yeah.
But we beat them before in the
Mhm.
regular season, and Cooper DeJean picked Derrick Henry up and slammed him on the ground during that game. So, I mean, they're scared of us. You know what I'm saying? They're scared of the Eagles. If they met us in the Super Bowl, I think the lights would be shining a little bit too bright for
Yeah.
Lamar.
Well,
But
y'all also have the complete team too. Like, I mean, the Ravens do too. I think they had like what was it, the most Pro Bowlers in the NFL on one team this year, and they still kind of sold, you know. So,
how
uh,
did who really deserved the MVP?
uh, wasn't fucking Josh Allen. It wasn't Josh Allen, in my opinion. Don't get me
I
wrong.
didn't think Josh Allen won either. He
He's
didn't impress me.
he's great, dude. But I think Lamar had like 12 more passing touchdowns than Josh did. Like Lamar was pretty
Oh
fucking
yeah, he
good
did.
this year. I mean,
And he
you
was
know,
the first ballot. He was the first ballot. Uh, first team All Pro.
yep,
Is that what it is? First team All Pro.
yeah.
How does Lamar get first team All Pro, but Josh Allen gets the MVP?
I mean, I guess because when you break it down, like I was watching a podcast about it the other day, and they were saying who's the real MVP of that team, and like why do they deserve to be there? And to be fair, they do have a point. The Bills wouldn't be where they were at without Josh Allen for sure. He kind of put them on his back heavy, especially when they played Kansas City that first time. They,
Definitely.
I mean, he really backpacked, but I mean, you can't discredit Lamar either. I don't think you can take that away from Lamar because he has Derrick Henry. I mean, he has nobody to throw the fucking ball to, and he still threw 40 touchdowns. I mean, he's got Zay Flowers.
Zay Flowers, he's pretty good. He's got Likely. He's got Mark Andrews, who did make that mistake dropping the
Lamar
ball in the end zone. But I mean, I
shouldn't
like
have
Mark.
been in that
I
position
like
in the first
I
place.
like Mark Andrews a lot. Well, that is true. They should have. It shouldn't have come down to that.
Yeah.
But he should have caught it at the same time.
Yeah.
He definitely should. Definitely, that's a catchable ball. He dropped it. You got to move on, but it's a long road ahead of him.
Well, and it might be like one of those Jalen Hurts type thing. You know, you get to the AFC Championship after that many years, and now Mark Andrews is going to go, in this offseason, and he's going to be like, dude, whenever I get in that moment again, it's never happening again. Like, I don't care what happens. Like, that's what makes me, like, be like, oh, shit, dude. Everybody said that the Eagles aren't going to beat the Chiefs with Jalen throwing the football, and Jalen torched the Chiefs defense with throwing the football. So, I mean,
I
sometimes
ain't
it
even gonna
just
lie. Like throughout the season, you see the struggles and everything, and it's like, we should be blowing out every single team that we play. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got
Mhm.
Jalen, I know he's good. He's torched that same team in the Super Bowl before, you
Yep.
know? He had like 300 yards last time.
Hmm.
They lost, but I mean, they they should be blowing out every single team weekly.
Hmm.
But not everybody saw that throughout the season. Took a couple of games to actually have everything clicking. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Next year and then the year after that, with the guys that we have locked down to our team, I really don't see why we can't win 3 Super Bowls back to back to back. We're in the
Yeah.
position to do it right now. We have everybody that we need. I'm pretty sure everybody's going to stay if they have a chance to be the next dynasty or the greatest dynasty. I mean, why would you leave? And
Yeah.
if you would leave, then please do, because I mean, I hate the diva shit.
Yeah.
The Tyreek Hill diva shit is so annoying, bro.
Yep.
The Debo
Even
Samuel diva
C-
shit.
CD Lamb, dude. CD is such a great fucking player, and I get it, dude. But he kind of was a little bitch this year. I can't lie.
You think he was
I
being a little bitch this year? But
I mean,
bro, I
dude.
mean, he had like Cooper Rush throwing to him, and they ain't helping him at all,
Yeah.
bro. I mean,
Well.
he should be, man. Whenever he got drafted to Dallas, I was like, bro, he's fucked. He's
Yep.
fucked. He's not gonna be able to do anything. Like, and he's good. He's so fucking good. Like, it doesn't matter like who's guarding him at any point. You can throw it to him. He's, you know, every ball is going to be a
Yeah.
50 ball. So, I mean, I don't know. I was sad for him whenever he got drafted there, but I was really hoping that he would get traded somewhere eventually. But looks like Jerry's got him locked down.
Dude, I mean
And
that's the best thing that he can do. He's got to get the fuck rid of Dak Prescott. He just paid him $260 million.
okay,
The worst fucking thing I've ever seen.
so do you think going with like a rookie quarterback is the way to go, or if you're Dallas GM,
Yeah.
I mean, none of this shit matters because he's gonna make the worst decision possible and
Hmm.
keep Dak. I mean, like that's obviously the best guess that you can have is he's gonna keep Dak,
Yep.
and they're just gonna continue to lose. I mean, I don't know. The head coach hire was terrible.
Hmm.
Um, I think grading wise, I'd give it an F. I've never
Oh
even heard
yeah,
of him.
I'd say for sure rating is F on Schottenheimer. But you have to think too. The only reason why I feel like Jerry's kept Dak around for so long is because Dak is Jerry's little fucking puppet.
Maybe he knows something. Maybe he knows something about the family.
I wouldn't
Got some
doubt it.
secrets or something like that. I mean, what
Yep.
other GM doesn't like move on after knowing you cannot win in the playoff at
Yeah.
all? It's become comical over the years, really. Being an Eagles fan, they were like kind of good, but whenever it came to playoff time, always shit the bed.
Yeah.
So didn't really have to worry about them.
Well.
Now you don't have to worry about them at all.
Yeah.
Like you're laughing at them, kind of.
I see, and I know Cowboys fans. They saw what happened last year, and they're all like, "Well, you can't blame it on Dak. He has no time to throw the football." Dude, even when we had a good line, he was still fucking dog shit.
Yeah, he was
I mean,
still wasn't any better. Yeah.
we had the best O line for how many years in the NFL, dude? Like, and I mean, to my knowledge, we still have one of the best guard. Or I think is he the center? Zach Martin? Is he the
Oh,
center?
dude, he just announced that he's retiring.
Did he?
Yeah, I think let me check on that real quick. I think Zach Martin is retiring from the Cowboys. Um, Zach Martin just. Oh, yep. Sorry, I'm gonna have to cut all this shit out.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, free agents to replace Zach Martin and to improve the running game. Yeah, so they are now in the market for a O line. And okay, so that kind of throws off their draft plans, probably.
Yeah,
I mean, instead of getting Genty, you're probably going to have to get a lineman now to be able
yeah.
to replace Zach Martin. And then where does Genty go? You know,
I could see the Raiders picking up Genty. They have
I'd
no
like
running
that.
back.
That is a good pick right there. Ashton Genty to the or I almost said Oakland,
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas Raiders. That's not. I like that. I want to see
I
what he
could see
looks like.
it. I could see it for sure. He'd definitely be the best running back in the AFC West. I mean, even rookie year, I think. But I don't know, dude. It's so hard to say. I mean, the Cowboys really fucked themselves. We
Yeah, they definitely did. It's funny to watch. I mean, how do you think the Saints are going to do? They got Kellen Moore. They got one of our, I think, QB coach or something like that as a offense coordinator
yeah,
coming from the Eagles. So, I mean, they got a good coach. They'll have a good system, and I don't know if I don't know if they're going to go with Derek Carr still, but he hasn't been impressive, like to me at all
dude,
lately.
dude. You got Kellen Moore. You got Alvin Kamara. You
But
got
not, but not Carr though.
oh well. If I'm them, I'm drafting a quarterback. If Jackson Dart is still
No, no,
available,
no, no,
I'm
no,
taking his
no, no,
fucking
no.
ass.
You don't have to do that. They already drafted a quarterback last year,
Who'd they pick? I forgot.
Spencer Rattler.
I don't like him.
Come on, man, come on. I mean, I'm an OU fan.
Yeah.
And I still respect him. I still like him. I wish that he could have grown into more at Oklahoma, but
Hmm.
I was watching at South Carolina, and he did great. He impressed me there. Not too much, but they still look pretty good. And his arm is still very, very impressive. I think with Kellen Moore, that could be pretty interesting. Not anything like a playoff bound team or any team that's going to give us
Title.
trouble or anything like that,
Yeah.
but it'll be interesting to watch. So I'm cheering for Kellen, but wish he would have stayed, though, really.
Yeah.
That would have been great. I don't know exactly who we're going to hire as the offensive coordinator.
I don't know. I don't know. Mike McCarthy's stepping away from coaching for this year. He said he's going to relook for opportunities in 2025. I haven't really heard much about, many coordinator candidates. I figured the Lions would be all over that considering they just lost both of their coordinators. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
But I don't know. I think that we should try to get Cliff Kingsbury from Washington.
Yeah.
I think that would be a great pickup, but I doubt it's gonna happen.
They're not letting him
Um,
go, dude. They just balled out this year. They whooped the fucking Lions' ass, bro.
yeah, they did great. They're probably paying him a lot of money to be calling plays and everything, but especially with a defensive head coach, he's
Mhm.
definitely calling plays. Um, now I was just gonna bring up something else. Completely forgot. But hey, fuck it. Let's steer from sports. Or actually, one more. We were talking about comparing MJ, Kobe, and LeBron, and exactly how difficult that is, especially doing that now in 2025. It's almost impossible, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you. I mean, they all three played in three different eras of basketball. You can't compare Babe Ruth to Shohei Ohtani. I mean, that's the best kind of comparison I could give you. But I see a lot of these arguments on ESPN. Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith. They get into it a lot about this. Uh, you know, for
I see
I think
Unk. I see
yeah,
Unk.
I think LeBron's a great player. I don't think he's nearly as dominant as Jordan was. You know, and for everybody out there, you know, I got a couple of things I'd like to point out to you, especially for all you people that want to kind of try to compare the two. You can't because the player caliber is so different in today's league than it was when Jordan was there. But just for a little reference, LeBron's played 7 more seasons than Jordan. He has more career points than Jordan.
Okay.
Jordan averages more points per game, more
Okay.
playoff points per game. He has more
Okay.
scoring titles, more finals MVPs. He has almost 100 more 40-point games than LeBron James. And he's the only player to win the finals MVP, defensive player of the
Finals
year,
MVP.
first team
Hmm.
all defense, regular season MVP, and lead the league scoring. He did that 4 times. So,
4 times. It's all
yeah.
MJ. 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 So where does that leave LeBron?
Dude, LeBron is the best.
What's the rating though? Let's put a legit rating on this though.
Mm,
Good, better, best. Okay? Who is it? I think me personally, to be honest with you, Kobe was scary.
yeah.
I watched like documentaries and stuff like that, and people were like scared of that guy. I
Yeah.
like the way that his like mentality about everything. So, um, I don't know. This is going to be hard for some people. I think personally, based off the stats you just gave me, um, Kobe being Kobe and LeBron being LeBron, um, I don't know. LeBron's been in the like yes, he has more points than anybody else, but he doesn't have more championships than anybody else. He
Yeah.
doesn't have, and he's been playing for exactly how long? How many
20,
seasons?
22 seasons in the NBA. He's 40 years
22.
old. He's 40 years old, been in the NBA since he's 18.
Did Kobe play? You know how many Kobe played?
I think Kobe played 18, something like that. And Mike played 15.
No, he had 20 seasons. But he was just fucking around for like half of it. I
Yeah.
mean, he was just cashing in the check. He wasn't actually going for, you know,
Chips.
I think he was going for chips, but at the same time, that team wasn't ready for it or anything. Do you remember his last game?
Yeah. He dropped,
Wherever
I think he dropped 60 points his last game.
60 points and he was like injured throughout the
Yeah.
entire game as well. So props to him. Rest in peace, Kobe, obviously.
Rest in peace.
But with that being said, I think good LeBron, better Kobe, best MJ.
Yeah.
I think that Kobe emulated a lot of his game from MJ. So I think in that case, I got to put MJ first, Kobe
Mhm.
second, LeBron third.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like a lot of LeBron stuff is LeBron stats are really just stat padding.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like Dak in the fourth quarter. You know, he's just now trying. You know,
Mhm.
but I don't know. He
Well, and
hasn't won any championships without like actual super teams. Kind of. I mean,
yeah.
not not necessarily, but the one with Cleveland, I would say, is probably the most impressive. Whenever they beat
Mhm.
Golden State,
Yep.
um, came back from I think 3-0 or something,
Hmm.
and ended up winning. That's impressive. But other than that, is there another like title that stands
I
out
mean,
to you?
he went to
Uh,
Miami and they played the Mavs. I totally
Wait, I thought the
expected it.
Mavs. Mavs won. He lost in Miami, right?
He he went to Miami, and I'm pretty sure he lost to the Mavs because the Mavs beat the Heat. The I think that was like the
Oh yeah. It's coming back to me now.
yeah. So they lost to Dirk Nowitzki, and I think they had Jason Terry, and was Kidd still on that team?
I think so. I think Kidd was on that team. I
Yeah.
believe
So
so.
they lost to three old ass motherfuckers.
Jason Kidd, uh, Jason Terry,
Jason,
who
yeah,
I was a fan of his.
yeah,
I
he was
I
good.
liked his shot. His 3-point shot was great. Dirk, obviously a monster.
Yeah.
That was a 2011 run.
Mm-hmm.
That was something to watch there. I think I watched some highlights on that recently, but couldn't tell you exactly when. But when did they win, and who did they win against?
Um.
Spurs, right?
Yeah, they beat the Spurs the year before.
Yeah,
I
Tim
think
Duncan. Who was
Gino.
Tony Parker?
Yeah, and Ginobili.
Ginobili was nice, bro. That Euro step,
Yep,
that was nice. That
that
was
boy was
nice.
cold.
I used to
But
do that, and I get called traveling every single time. So thanks, Ginobili.
uh,
Oh man, but yeah, what's your rating? What's your good, better, best?
dude, as far as we're talking about being dominant, it's Michael, and then it's Kobe, and then it's LeBron. But
Yeah,
LeBron is
okay, it's the same.
also LeBron is also the best well-rounded basketball player the NBA has ever seen. He's not nearly as dominant as what Jordan was, and I think that's because his mindset kind of fucking sucks. Um, he's real big on crying and not crying actual tears, but crying when he doesn't get fouls, and
He's kind of a diva. He's a little bit of a diva.
yeah,
He
he is.
not even a little bit. He is definitely a diva. His flopping got out of control at some point. It was
Mhm.
kind of hard to watch.
And to me, a lot of those stats also that I bring up, it just shows you like how different their mindsets were. Mike might have been playing not nearly the close to competition that Braun was, but he still has 173 40-point games, and LeBron just hit 78.
That is
Like
true. But the
that,
game has evolved, though. I mean, obviously the play is going to be a lot better the longer the game goes, you know. So I mean, I kind of feel like that's not the fairest thing to say that like the skills aren't the same and everything because
yeah,
obviously the game evolves as time goes on. So I don't know, but yeah, I definitely think LeBron is a diva and hasn't won as many championships as I think he should have
right,
to be
100%.
considered, the GOAT. So I think MJ takes the cake on that one.
I mean,
And then
six for
Kobe.
six is proof in the pudding itself, and six Finals MVPs. So, I mean,
That is, yeah, it is pretty damn impressive. But
yeah,
Kobe couldn't do it. Kobe couldn't do it until he got Shaq. But that's just one piece. That's just one
yeah.
piece of the puzzle. That's not bad. Teaming up, especially whenever he goes to your team. But a super team. I mean, Chris Bosh, D Wade.
Hmm.
You remember? Do you remember Mario Chalmers?
Yep.
I used to
Dude
be a
could
fan of
shoot
his.
fucking lights out.
I liked him. Yeah, I used to be a fan of his.
That boy
You
was
know who I used
strapped
to
up.
like really? I used to like watching Rondo
Yeah.
on the Celtics, especially
Hmm.
that fake behind the back pass. I did that so many times, bro, and I could never sell it like him
Oh,
because as
dude.
soon as I like went back up, I was getting blocked.
Yeah.
He would do it. They would go flying. I try to do it. I'm going up and getting blocked every single time. Sucks, but live and learn, right? And
Right.
then let me ask you, man, what kind of movies you been watching lately?
Dude. my girl has been watching these shark movies, and I already hate the fucking ocean. And
Okay.
now I'm just like, dude, I am never swimming to where I cannot see what's around me.
Yeah, I anytime I was in like Lake Texoma or anything like that, I've
Mhm.
always like, what the fuck? Like, you can't see anything past
Yeah.
like as soon as you step in, everything is so muddy you can't see shit. But
Mhm.
what shark movies is she watching?
47 meters down, the shallows.
I'm gonna write
Um,
these down because me and my girlfriend have been watching a lot of movies. So you said 47 meters down.
yeah, the shallows is another one that she watched with me recently.
Shallows. She just into sharks.
Dude,
Pretty
I don't know
badass.
what it is recently, but that's like all that's been on the TV is shark movies. That and fucking
Shark
crazy,
Week.
yeah, that and crazy ass murder documentaries like the.
That's all she watches, bro. God.
I'm like, I don't want to hear about how this girl went on a honeymoon or wherever she went somewhere with her significant other and he fucking strangled her in the middle of nowhere in
Yeah,
Wyoming. Like,
it's very weird. It seems like every single girl that I know, or every guy that I know, their girlfriend is obsessed with murder documentaries and stuff like that. It's very strange. What is that? What is that? Why do they like that so much?
I think because it's just interesting to them. I mean, I think like I
I think
already
I think they're interesting, but they're not that damn interesting. Every
no,
once in a while, but not. It's not the main thing that I'm watching though.
yeah. Well, I mean, dude, like Cops is just funny. I could watch Cops all day. That shit is
Live
hilarious.
PD.
Yeah, you got some crackheads over here. They got in a fight at 7-Eleven, and now the cops are chasing them on foot. That's some shit I could watch. But we're talking about, oh crap, what's her name? The girl that was a YouTube streamer with her boyfriend, and they win, and they were.
Oh, Gabby Patino, dude, we
Yes,
just
bro.
watched that same one. Yeah, we just watched the same one. I like that documentary though, because it was only 3 episodes, not too bad, not too long or anything. Some of them, bro, they're like 10 plus episodes. Like, it's fucking
Yeah.
crazy. Just make a
Well,
movie.
we just watched one about these people from Colorado, and this dad met this other girl while he was at work. He's an oil field worker, and his wife went out of town, and she had like been traveling and stuff recently, so he had the kids. Dude, he fucking strangled his wife in his bed, and then his daughters come in and ask, "What's wrong with my mom?" He goes to work the same day, takes his dead wife, his two
Wait,
kids.
wait. Okay, I'm sorry. You said the guy strangles his wife in the bed, and then the
Yes.
kids come in and they're like, "What's wrong with mom?"
Yes. They're asking what's wrong with mom, and he's
And
like,
he,
"Oh, she's just asleep."
she's fine. She's
Yeah.
fine.
She's just asleep. I don't know what's wrong with her. So he rolls her up in a bedsheet, dude. Goes, carries
All
her
right.
outside, puts her in the floorboard of his truck, takes himself to work with his two daughters, throws his daughters in oil fucking tanks, drowns his own two daughters, buries his wife that he killed that's on the job site the first day, and then says has no idea where his wife and his kids are. They just
Oh,
took off.
so it's on. He goes to his job site and just buries them in there, and
So yeah,
that
like
okay.
where the oil derricks are, like where the things that pull the oil out of the ground, those big.
Okay, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
So they have those big, tall, round oil things that are like at there where the oil gets stored into.
right. He put his kids in that. Is that what you're saying?
He threw both of his daughters into
How old are we talking about?
four,
Four.
five
So they
years
have
old.
just like they have no idea what's going on. They're just like kind of like Just following dad. That's crazy, bro. That is so fucking crazy.
Yeah.
God, that's sick. That is
Oh,
sick.
he did all that to be able to get with another girl.
All of that
Because
instead
he
of
was,
just saying like, "Hey, we're done. We'll split the kids. I'll get them on the weekend." Just being like every other guy in the world. I mean, good God, dude. That sucks.
murdered his entire family to have a chance to have a life with a different woman.
People are really retarded. I mean, it gets scary out there.
It's sick, dude.
You girls watch out. You girls watch out. What are some signs of a serial killer or of a murderer or just in general like that?
Dude, I don't know. Some people you think and you swear you know them, like they're so, you get so close to them, and then I feel like, they, some people can have anger issues. Like, I feel like that's somewhat normal. You get angry quick or things like that. But, dude, some people, they just snap and turn into different people when they want something else. It's fucking crazy.
Hey, one second. Is it is there someone snoring in the background? I knew it was your dog, bro.
Dude,
I just hear it like subtly in the background, like
dude, he's so fat, man.
snoozing, snoozing over there. Nice. Well, I just watched one. I just watched not a murder documentary, but we watched Society of the Snow on
Hmm.
Netflix. Great, great movie. It's about some Uruguayans
Hmm.
flying to Chile, and their plane crashes over the Andes Mountains.
Hmm.
And I guess like whenever you're like flying over these mountains, it creates like a like suction
Hmm.
down to the mountain. So they crash down there. I Let me see actually, just one second. Society of the Snow. How how many days? Okay, so they crashed into the Andes Mountain. They're like, first day they're like, all right, whatever. We're just chilling. We're gonna sit here because some people died in the actual crash. So they have like 4 people dead, a lot of people injured. They're like, we'll just wait this out until rescue comes. Um, Maybe like 10 days, 10 days 10 days in the mountain. No rescue or anything. I would say actually, I think they said 2 weeks. They went 2 weeks. No rescue, no food, no water or anything like that. They're literally just starving to death in these mountains. Rescue can't find them. They can't see the plane uh, from the air. So, anyways, um, the dead bodies are kind of just sitting there. They're starving, and they're like, "Well, we got to make a decision. You know, we can either starve to death, or there is meat right outside. So, I think you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
Um. So yeah, they're kind of just chilling there, and they're trying to debate about it, going back and forth. They're like, nah, we can't do that. It's wrong. But they're starving at the same time. And their
Yeah.
piss is like black. Like they're dehydrated. They're starving. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I was watching that and I was like, bro, if I if I was in that position, what would I do? Like I you're in the mountains, like snowy mountains. So
Yeah.
nothing survives there. You know what I'm saying? You
Hmm.
can't just eat grass or something like that. It's just ice. Everything's ice. So I don't know. I just wanted to ask you, what would you do if you get into day 20? There's no rescue. They actually they hooked up a radio to hear that the rescue got called off. They called off the rescue because they couldn't find them.
What the fuck?
So they're sitting there chilling. They're like, they're not coming anytime soon. We have no food. The only way that we survive is take a little nibble off of this human meat sitting outside that is being preserved, because it's cold, frozen and shit. So, what do you think? Dude, that
Dude.
snoring is like the only thing I can hear, by the
so, sorry, dude.
way. It's all
Uh,
good. It's all good.
dude,
What do you think? What would you do? What would you do in that situation?
dude, if
Because
it was me,
it's like
if
their families. It's like their family
uh,
members.
dude, I personally don't think I could do it. I think after probably about 5 days of somebody not finding us, I just would have ventured my ass down the mountain. Whether I made it
Okay,
out,
so you would go like just 5 days and just be like, fuck it,
yeah,
just go.
I would leave. But that's just me personally. I'd be like, dude, y'all can come or y'all can stay up here. I can tell them where y'all are at. Whatever, I don't know.
So you would do
Snow,
it pretty early on. You would go try to hike up the mountain because they eventually did. It eventually did get rescue. Guess how many days they were out there
probably
in the
40.
in the Andes Mountains, freezing
40?
72.
God, dude, that's fucking insane.
Bro, 72 days stranded in the Andes Mountain.
Fuck
Ur-
that.
Uruguayans, and then like two of them eventually started, hiking up the mountain, and
Mhm.
then they like it eventually got to Chile because
Mhm.
Chile is just right over all of these mountains and shit. So they eventually get there, run into some, I guess, like farmer or something, and
Mhm.
then finally get rescued after all of that. But I know I just spoiled the whole movie for you. I would definitely go and watch that though. It's like a 2 hour movie. It's very, very interesting to see like a group of people have to go through cannibalism
Yeah.
and like kind of be forced into it.
Yeah.
Watch and see
That's
how like comfortable they get with it though. It's kind of crazy because they're like picking off of like ribs and shit and just eating.
oh, dude,
Eventually,
that's
yeah, as soon as you become desensitized to that,
yeah.
that's got it's got to be a crazy world, you know?
I mean, yeah. I guess anything for survival, but I don't. I would fucking be in Chile before I made myself do that shit, bro. No
Oh
way.
shit. Okay, so you would say fuck that already. You wouldn't even be in that position. You'd be headed to Chile, right?
Dude, I'd tell my mom and my brother, I'd be like, hey, if that's who I was on the plane with, I'd be like, y'all can stay here if y'all want with the other folks. I'm fucking leaving. I'm
I'm
not
getting the
gonna.
fuck out of here. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not sitting and waiting. They're
I'm
not
gonna
gonna be
go
able to
eat.
find.
I'm gonna go eat over the mountains where there's
Right.
food,
Where there's food,
where
where
I
there's
don't
food
have
at.
to sit down and
Yeah.
think about how I ate a fucking guy's ribs to survive. Fuck that.
It's fucking crazy, bro. You should definitely go watch that though. I have
Uh,
two. Have you ever seen Fractured?
no.
Go watch that one. I'm not gonna tell you about that one. That's a good one though. It's on Netflix.
Hmm.
Fractured. We'll talk about it next time we hop on. But Fractured and Upgrade.
Okay.
Both of them on Netflix. Great movies, great recommendations. Very interesting, kind of like sci-fi thriller type movies, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Society of Ice,
Hmm.
Cannibalism by Uruguayans, and it's actually a like rugby team. It
Oh.
follows a rugby team that has to do
Okay.
this. So like imagine our football team is on a plane, crashes, we have to eat each other eventually. Like whoever dies, it's like kind of free game from there, you know. It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's a crazy idea. It's crazy to even think about that. But after watching that movie, I had to think about it. So now you guys have to think about it. So
Give him some fucking food for thought here, Rick.
it's a horrible image to put in your head, but hey, it's worth it. Stink bait, right? You know, so
Stink bait, baby.
why not? All right, man. Thank you so much for coming on. Gonna go ahead and end it. Great episode. Trying to run CFB.
Yep. Let me know.
All right, I'll send the invite. All
All right. Later.
right, see you guys. Thank you.
Later.